Rohatgi is joining us. Mukul Rohatgi, you had spoken about this matter previously also being stretched, the case against Aryan Khan being stretched too far. Today, the NCB, the same NCB, has come out and said nothing was found on Aryan Khan and hence the charge sheet doesn't have his name there. How do you react to this?
Oh, Madam, I am very relieved and I am sure the young man and his father are equally relieved. It was clear to me from day one when the matter was heard for bail in the High Court that there was no material against this young man. He was not in possession of any drugs and there was no reason why he should have been arrested. I think it was a hasty decision in the heat of the moment. But anyway, the truth has prevailed. It's unfortunate that he spent 25 days in jail. But according to me, now the whole chapter should be treated as closed and one should look to the future and that's it.
Yes, Mr. Mukul Rohatgi, be with us. My colleague Shivarur is also on the line with us. He'd like to ask you a few questions. Shiv.
Mr. Rohatgi, what kind of questions, in your view, sir, does this raise on the manner in which the Narcotics Control Bureau conducted this case? Aryan Khan was in jail for 22 days. In hearing after hearing, more custody was sought at that time, as we all saw. What questions does this raise on the Narcotics Control Bureau, sir?
See, it's like a plus and a minus both. The minus is they acted hastily. They arrested this young man without any material. That was a grievous mistake because you are playing with somebody's life and liberty. That's the minus. The plus is that after 8 months and after full investigation, the NCB has realized and they have been gracious enough to admit their mistake and they have filed a charge sheet where this young man is not charged. So that's the plus. All I would say is that all prosecution agencies, whether it is NCB, whether it is PMLA, whether it is CBI, they should be cautious in arresting people. Under the law, the right to arrest does not mean that arrest must be invariably done. It is the last resort only to secure that the person should not run away, that an arrest is made. If that be so, they should be cautious in future, not to arrest people just because of being a little hasty or overstepping their jurisdictions, because it has a very bad and a very lasting effect on young people especially. So that's the word of caution I would request the NCB in this particular case to keep in view.
Yes.
But as I said, the past chapter should be over and we should look at the future.
Mr. Roth, just a couple more questions, sir. Do you think heads should roll at the Narcotics Control Bureau? I appreciate that, you and your client would like to move on, but given the manner in which this was covered, given in which, the custody was repeatedly sought,
no, sir, now,
at the Narcotics Control Bureau, sir.
It is for the NCB to have an in-house inquiry. It is for them to decide as to who overstepped what, who was hasty, whether rules were followed or not followed. I don't think it is for me or my clients to comment on that. They should have an introspection. If something wrong has been done by somebody, then a proper inquiry and a proper procedure should be followed. But I don't think we should get involved in it.
But don't you think Aryan Khan, as his lawyer, sir, don't you think Aryan Khan and his family are owed some answers? Today is a day of great vindication for them. They were extremely dignified through the entire process.
What other answers are owed? It is a fact that the NCB has realized that there is no material and they have said so. I mean, what other answer is required? The answer is only the fact that they were hasty in arresting people. That was wrong. And they themselves have admitted it now, that it was wrong, and I think that should be the end of it.
Do you think because it was a celebrity face like Aryan Khan, sir, that's the reason why, and thanks to the entire media glare, that the Narcotics Control Bureau saw this as a soft target to go big with? I mean, there are so many questions of this kind that pertain to India at large, sir. That's why I'm asking you.
I cannot speculate on the reasons why he was arrested, why it was hasty, but one thing is clear, and you are right there, that there was media glare. And a celebrity was involved. These are contributing factors. Thank you very much. I need to go now.
Okay.
The person you are speaking with
Thank you
has
very much
put
for
your call
speaking.
on hold.
Neha, that was Mukul Rohatgi saying, giving the very distinct impression that, they'd like to move forward. Obviously, an extremely unsavory, extremely, difficult time for Shah Rukh Khan's son and the entire family. And from Mukul Rohatgi's words, I think it's pretty clear don't want to have anything more to do with this, and they want to move on from this entire business. That's the sense we're getting. So there's no anger, or at least outward anger, about what happened.